Namaste, friends. Hi, Papa. As I'm going to enter into the corporate world and will start earning soon. So, I've noticed amongst the youngsters, we have a lot of exuberance of how to spend our hard-earned money, our first-time income, into our financial planning options. So, either we, spend more and land up into debt, or we save up a lot of money and spend less and in the cost of basic needs. So I would like you to enlighten us and our audience with some financial planning options and some tips and tricks upon it.
इट्स अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन खुशी। आजकल के बच्चों में ये देखा गया है कि जब वो कमाना शुरू करते हैं तो एक उनके अंदर एक उत्साह रहती है, एक उमंग रहता है और कंफ्यूज भी रहते हैं कि उनको कैसे यूटिलाइज करना है, कितना बचाना है, कितना खर्च करना है, कैसे बचाएंगे तो कहाँ कहाँ इन्वेस्ट करना है। So it's a very good question. So see, this is a very early age, 22, 23, 24. It's a stage where capital formation is at most important. It is a stage where you should go for capital building through proper planning, proper investments and savings, which is called financial planning. It is a continuous process which actually gives you a picture of your entire finances through strategic investments and planning. So now there are various steps into financial planning. First and foremost is you should set goals. Your short term, ultra short term, medium term and long term goals. Secondly, you should track your money. When I say track your money means you should have some budgeting in place. What are your basic requirements? What are your monthly expenses? Which is the basic need of you, of survival? And thereafter, what is the surplus left thereafter? So how to invest that surplus, that will depend upon your goals. Thirdly, risk management. That is very important. At an early stage, if you plan risk management, तो काफी कम प्रीमियम में you can have a proper risk management in place. And fourthly, retirement planning, estate planning, both are there. So these are the basic contours or attributes of financial planning which youngsters should adhere to, and they should put down on pen and paper these steps and their answers to it.
I would also like to know about what are the investments that a youngster should make, like in the early age, how much should we invest and where do we invest?
See, there is a thumb rule that 50, 30, 20, there are various formulas are there. Like your basic requirement you should meet your basic requirement by 50% of your salary, and balance 50% should be actually your savings, out of which 20% should go towards risk management and 30% should go towards investment. So again, all depends on your earning, all depends on the location where you are staying, all depends on your future planning and all those things, but these are the basic thumb rule. So whatever you are earning, the cash in hand, 50% should go towards your basic requirement. So your budgeting should be done accordingly. 20% should go towards risk management. When I say risk management, it is actually life insurance cover and medical insurance cover. So you should have both in place. Sometimes the corporates also provide you with the medical insurance, so you are covered there. So you can only concentrate on life insurance. So there are term insurance plans at an early stage. If you take term insurance, so you get a better term insurance at a lower premium. So your risk is covered. And 30% should go towards your savings. So it should be in the form of equity or in the form of debt. Equity, when I'm saying, it can be in the form of mutual funds or ETFs or direct equity market. And debt or protected funds, which can be in the form of debt funds, it can be in form of small saving instruments, or it can be in the form of gold. Now let me elaborate further on this. You may ask what amount should be invested in debt and what amount should be invested in equity. See, the thumb rule is that your age denotes the percentage of amount that should be invested into debt instruments or secured instruments, where the volatility is less. See, equity market is highly volatile, but there should be certain funds which are capital protected. So if say you are 22 years old, so in that case 22% of your total investment should be in the form of capital protected instruments, and rest 78% should be in the form of equity related investments. So equity related, now I'm coming to equity related because that's a major chunk of your investments. Now equity related, if you directly put it in your equity market, then you have to do a lot of research. Now probably at an early stage you will not get that much of time to do that research. So what you will do, you will do investments on the basis of hearsay, on the basis of tips in the market, which is not the right way of doing it. Hence, I will suggest you to put it into SIP, in good mutual funds, and into ETFs. So that's the best way of investing into equity related market. Now coming to debt or capital protected instruments. So there are small saving instruments into post office saving schemes like KVPs, NSCs, into fixed deposits, or into debt mutual fund, which invest into government securities. So you can put money there in the form of SIP. So there your capital is protected. And now you can also invest in gold. Nowadays investment in gold is very easy, either through gold ETFs, or you can invest in sovereign gold bond, where you earn interest also. At the same time, there's an appreciation is also given to you. So gold has given a very good return over the last few years. So it's again a very good investment, and it is also treated as a hedge against inflation. So this is on the investment. Insurance, I have already told you about the risk management. So you should always consider medical insurance as well as your term insurance for the risk coverage.
So Papa, now that we have understood about investment, debt and equity, हम सब youngsters की एक इच्छा रहती है to how to invest in real estate. सबकी ख्वाहिश रहती है अपना एक घर हो, अपना एक अपार्टमेंट हो. So क्या कितना रिस्क है and कितना हमें इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए in real estates? That is my question. And also on loans, कितना लोन हमें लेना चाहिए for property? So इस पे क्या है?
गुड क्वेश्चन. यंगस्टर्स का सबसे पहले तो इच्छा होती है कि मेरी खुद की गाड़ी होनी चाहिए. उसके बाद घर पे आते हैं. ठीक है. सी, गाड़ी लो चाहे घर लो, there is a component of equity and debt. When I'm saying equity, means your own investment, your own contribution towards purchase, और बाकी balance amount आप लोन लेते हो. So your 35 to 40% of your cash earning should be the maximum EMI that you should pay.
Okay.
Estate planning के लिए it's a cost benefit analysis between rent as well as investment. See, आज के दिन में rental yield is between 0.25% to 0.5% per month on the investment. But investment में क्या है? You get the upside of the price. So that is the only plus point. तो वो एक cost benefit analysis है. At a very early stage, I don't think so you should go for a real estate investment. You should first try to settle down, because हो सकता है transferable job हो सकता है शुरू में tuition levels भी बहुत रहते हैं. So it's better to settle down for a few years and then you plan for the real estate. Till that time you go on savings, and that savings will actually help you in putting your own investment into real estate. और बाकी जो debt लेना है, debt उतना ही लो जिससे कि 35 to 40% of your cash component is used towards the payment of EMI. The EMI should not exceed 35 to 40%.
Okay.
And I'll always say that कि लोन उसी पे लो जो कि एक टेंजिबल एसेट है. कंजम्पशन के लिए कभी लोन मत लो. तो अगर कोई रियल एस्टेट या ऐसा कुछ बना जहाँ पे कैपिटल एप्रिशिएशन होता है, टेंजिबल एसेट है, उसके लिए लोन लो. स्टॉक मार्केट में लगाने के लिए लोन कभी मत लो. कोई सेल्फ कंजम्पशन के लिए लोन मत लो. That is not advisable at this stage. So that is my advice to you.
Thank you so much, Papa. I think my audience and I myself have understood a lot about investments, loan, equity and savings. So I hope you all audience have liked our video and liked the insights. For more such content, please do like, subscribe and share our channel.
Thank you very much, Khushi, and thank you, audience. For any further query, please feel free to write to us. We'll try and endeavor to answer to most of them to the extent possible. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you.